Welcome to the finale of GenG versus T1. Honestly, it's been a very entertaining series because even though there's been some pretty bad ints at times, they're such good teams that they know how to get those members back into the game and make comeback plays, which is what T1 did last game, and it's what GenG did the game before that. So now that we're going into this final situation, I mean, let's look at what we got. We got Xayah. I didn't look at the draft, like the order of picks, but I will say, looking at Xayah, this pick looks awful. Like, it really looks awful. They're playing Caitlyn, Bard, Talia, Sejuani. The only pick that even remotely seems good into is Jax. And Jax actually likes playing into Xayah, to be honest. So, overall, pretty bad pick. They have a Blitzcrank, and they do have two members who can soak the hook, which is good. So they're going to have to really depend on this pick here, because if you look at their poll, it's awful. Like, their comp looks awful. Like, okay, we have a Cassante. If the Cassante wins the side lane, obviously this will be a massive situation. If Chovy so happens to be 1v9, again, massive situation. But, like, you're really depending on the hook. Like, this guy is so pivotal to win this game. If he does not perform, they lose. Or like I said, you just have to hopefully these guys just completely outperform their counterparts. So I expect T1 the path into bot lane. Naturally. They would also preference to get a ward level 1, because if they can see that Lilia starts Raptors, they could even play for an invade on bot side. And so you can kind of make a decision around that. Let's see what happens.
I remember in 2021, I felt like we were talking about how the GenG brand hadn't taken off yet. Yep, didn't have the same oomph to it that Samsung Legacy had. Wasn't quite there yet. After GenG won a lot of LCKs, a lot of titles. I think the fan base kind of exploded and grew. And I think even though it was quite popular still in 2021, whereas in 2025, 2021 couldn't have
So no ward. They do get a ward on the Bob Rush. And of course he's battling ball lane. Wow, that was killer by Faker. Yep, Duro lost the first hook, and that kind of seals the lane. Unless someone ints, yeah, it kind of seals the lane at this point.
He does have some serious turn your chin down glasses go white.
We're just waiting. I mean, there's not a lot to talk about, because in the meantime, we're just trying to see what kind of advantage can they get. So they got one plate already. Oh, look of fate. God damn it, man. Unfucking real. So the Bard leaves on a wave that's going to bounce, and he needs to contest it. The Sejuani's in the area, and she's actually wrapped around successfully. I'm trying to see if they know that that's warded. They probably know that the try or something like the try is warded. But even if he showed on the try when wrapping around, these guys would actually be in trouble if the Bard was here. Yeah, like if you notice, it's actually a really advantageous situation for T1. And you're telling me Guma just so happened to get booked? Is that... I mean, Ruler's dead as well, but he doesn't want to mess up the wave. The wave is coming into him, so the wave is good for GenG as well. That's so stupid, man. Come on, man. Come on, Guma. Guma actually is just ruining this game, man. There's so little that GenG can do outside of solos doing well, and you actually screw it up. Also, if you look what happens after that kill, because the wave was coming in, it looks like the Cassante just walked bot.
finally take down the side. So that's the look. That's the one.
Yeah, it looks like he just walked bot on that timer because it was a cannon. So there was very little that would be dropped. Oh, he TP'd. Okay, he TP'd for it. But they do get... And Grubs is really important. Keep in mind, Grubs is very important because if Lilia gets ahead, that is also another massive win con for them. So they're first on the map. No fucking way. There's no... Oh, he didn't... Oh my god.
Just yet. Oh, he's not here. Advantages, and this is off themselves. Grubs, Kuma,
so they're clearly going through top first, and so they're sitting around mid. The Bard should probably be sitting where the Seju is, by the way. Like, there's no point on the Bard going back top. I don't know what he's doing. Like, he should just stay where Seju is. Because if Bard was where Seju was the entire time, this play looks better. Like, Bard would just be here to make a play for it. Actually, is it pretty bad, though? I mean, they don't really have a lot of damage, though. Bard doesn't have Ignite his heal. Nah, I guess it's fake. But it'd still be good if Bard was here, because maybe Bard could, like, stun these guys when walking up. But yeah, he gets caught. And man, he misses the... If he does root him, he's pretty fucked, honestly. But even then, you know, him getting out... Oh, Area. That was kind of odd. Okay, I mean... Okay. What the hell just happened? So after this play happens... Like, Chovy's still in it. Chovy wants to go back to the wave, but he's kind of zoned, so he needs to walk around. Kind of walks through it. He should probably just ulti the Taliyah to just like, push her off, but the Taliyah actually gets to move first, which should never happen. And then these guys are focusing on the Grubs. And for some odd reason, Xayah doesn't walk with the rest of them upwards. She walks around for some odd reason, which I don't really get. Because Victor could definitely, like I said, just R Faker and then just like play off that. And so Ruler kind of just ints the situation low-key. Same with Chovy. So it's not necessarily Chovy's fault per se, but like Ruler's like the bigger component towards like why this was like turned out worse than it should have. Dude, this is crazy, man. This is actually crazy. I can't believe that Duro's doing it. Like, it really is on him to carry the early game. Like, it literally is on you to hit blitz hooks, which is an awful strategy, by the way, to typically like depend on. Like just that, and it's working. It is what it is. Nice play by them. They didn't play for the drag, which it's a nice play. The only thing is that sucks is that while they do kill him and it does progress the Jax or side, one thing I don't like about it is that I really do want to progress drags. Like as this team, I will feel pressured to not have drags like moving. Like especially if you didn't get Grubs. And of course, Faker's like pushing this, you know, they show Bard, and we don't know where, like, no one's showing bot. Like, Kasante's literally TPing in your face. That's already too late by then. And damn, man, like, these individual deaths are just not it for T1. If they just play well together, they should just win the game. And so they do get the drag, and they've gone, what, 2 plates? 1 plate? 2 plates? The Jax gets more topside, which is really nice. The Jax is definitely farming up now. Damn, that is a lot for him. So the Jax will be a problem. So that's good for them. Unless he just... Thank God, dude. If he killed himself there, jeez. Got his cleanse, so that's something. I mean, like, at this point, with the way the game's progressing, I mean, Herald's a 2, or 130, Drags in 2 minutes. The Victor went, dude, what the fuck? Why is everyone going Roa? Like, I know for certain it's not, like, that OP. Shouldn't have gone Roa. But it is what it is. Okay, I guess I'll say it this way. Shit, is it bad that he went Roa? I mean, like, he's losing out on damage. He's gonna be, like, the primary damage in the later portions of the game, too. He is tanky. The Kayla and Talia probably won't ever kill him. He probably could fight the Jax even if it goes well enough. Man, it just looks wrong, man. It just looks wrong.
That gives Canyon an opportunity to go in. Information advantage here for GenG, as it is going to be Ona with the smite. An early one there, unfortunately, for Canyon, as Ona has to flash to get out of the way. Keen tanks up the seismic shove nicely, and he is not going to be able to re-engage as they get some information. But out they go. Carrier looks for the tempered fate, does lock down Keen. Oh, Doran actually the first one to fall in the fight. Keen eventually falls down as they trade top lane.
Huh.
Well, and
I mean, they're late to contest this. They do have TPs.
Canyon in position to try and contest. Seismic shove going wide.
Gets one Q off, or one E off.
An opportunity to go in. Information advantage here for GenG.
Ouch. Good fucking stun by them to really stop that and shut that down. Duro doesn't really know what he wants to do. He does have hook this whole time. He doesn't want to hook Seju necessarily, because Seju being in the middle of it is not exactly the greatest. He doesn't want to hook Jax either. But by the time he decided that he did want to hook the Seju, yeah, I mean, he probably could have played in this area, like moved this area and looked to like hit one of these guys, and that would have been good. Other than that, yeah, it's kind of awkward. The sleep, I mean, the sleep was kind of a little too much, I feel like. I feel like the sleep was not going to really do much, but Doran panicked, and he died for it.
Get the hell out of there. So trying to force away that choke point gets within further disaster. But they do defend the eye and see that this is going to be one dragon now. Apparently, this team everywhere they need, especially. And it's the Jax Caitlyn. Let's give them first rotation. I'm going to second dragon, so we get maybe this time though. That's our first one, so yeah, overall, it's going to be first one. That is a big deal. Very, very dangerous dragon. As T1 just continuing to stack up advantage. Yeah, we saw that there was 1-1 trade, GenG was 10 toe, but unfortunately the result was T1 get a little bit further ahead. The problem is also they're the one getting targets, they're the one who shove every single lane, and they are so good at playing around this Caitlyn situation, right? Where they have the sieging capabilities, and GenG always have to play reactionary. I just wonder, outside of Duro getting a pick 14 fight breaks out, is literally going to be the champion that can set team fight out for you when you're down on vision. You know, she's just
boys, oh boys, what will we do? The reason why this game feels also a little bit more chill than the others, I mean, the Bard can pull, right? The Bard could definitely be making options on the Xayah. They also have Seju, who's a very viable at going on the Xayah. We have 3 minutes before drag. Like, instead they're pushing this, like, these situations into Cassante and going to the side, which is, like, not bad. Like, I guess it's not the worst. I mean, like, the Talia pushed out top. She took over mid. We do a, like a, what was it called? A fold rotation? So, push, shift, latch on, right? And it's a very standard, you know, move, right? The Blitz is opening top because he's worried about Otacon, but they're already making the play on bot. And also Lilia's on base, so Keen probably should just be chilling even more. I mean, I get why he's in the position, but like, yeah, I mean, they do a good job CC layering, he gets out. Probably just needs the base. Then they're gonna push for this turret. They have 4 grubs. They end up doing way more damage than I was expecting. The Victor does not have TP yet, which is like very advantageous. The Xayah could have actually peeled out to the right, and the Victor could actually go mid. So the only thing is, I feel like they should have answered this. Like, personally, I feel like the Xayah should have just moved. Like, I'm not sure why he didn't, but like they're super confident that they can like defend this as 3v4. Nice Bardar. You have the Caitlyn traps. Nice traps. They do pick up 1 though, which is pretty impressive. And Faker loses half his HP. I mean, again, they did get the turret though. But we really need to get Xayah sums. That's like the most important thing for T1. Like, they need to find an opening to get Xayah sums. And they could definitely do that after red. Like, I feel like on this next wave, they should fish 1 time, at least. And he could have. And so he could have possibly gone the Xayah cleanse. And if he gets the Xayah cleanse, that'll be an advantageous situation for them going into the dragon. But they don't. They fish on a flash, a Victor with flash, who looks like he's kind of like inting, honestly, and he is kind of inting. The Jax can back off to get a TP.
Also, has his Mikhail's completed?
Kind of surprised they didn't just throw the Sejuar and just get his flash as is. But also, it's so close to Dragon that if you screw this up, we just need to send 1. So it probably should have been the Sejuar, if anything.
75 seconds is where,
and the Caitlyn should be shifting to the left. She shouldn't be holding the right. Like, she should be over here. Like, not moving up here, but just like sitting here and hitting. And then she can move this way. I don't know why she's hugging the right side, so she's like way later than the Xayah for some odd reason. They don't get anything. They lose the Bardar. And they also want to get, like, you know, a situation open up for them to do Otacon. So I'm a little surprised. So Faker goes all the way around because he doesn't have vision on that this point here. You see this on the minimap? He doesn't go there because I don't know if they know that there's a pink there. But he just doesn't want to get chunked. When this guy shows, Faker could definitely just R and they could just go. Like, they have so many good tools to actually get his flash and screw with him, and they do none of it. So they kind of just lost control, which really blows. Yeah.
Mikhail's onto Duro is pretty unnecessary here, but GenG, they're gonna have to back away. This Otacon under 50% health. I think T1 will just like reset those, just take this away. It's gonna leech back to health, and you know, all the damage done. GenG likely to give this up and then back away. You have that ward there to the other side of the Otacon wall.
It's not the worst. It does give T1 the option to now, like, what should have happened here, by the way, T1 should push this wave, and they should shift over, and they should look to chip and chunk anyone walking through there. That would have been more useful than them trying to hit the turret. And it's kind of surprising that they're so slow to just take over the drag. I mean, they don't have wards. Like, I mean, the Jax can stay top, I guess. I mean, they do need to have at least something to see the Otacon. But they're late to the drag, which shouldn't happen. And then Faker gets caught by Sante Q. Fuck me. That probably should not happen. Honestly, that probably should not happen. Faker will never win the side, ever. I mean, this Victor build is definitely meant to just, like, never die. Right? Like, that's the build. He never dies. It's not the most damaging build by any means. I'm not exactly the most biggest fan of it either. But yeah, he could definitely just walk forward and contest a lot more than you would imagine. And they have not, like, dude, the Xayah has no cleanse for a little bit. They really need to pick the Xayah apart on the mid waves, man. So like they're defending the jungle, right? And trying to prevent them from getting in here. Nice.
Yeah, there's a brilliant Tempered Fate there on to Chovy. And Ona has engaged, but I don't know whether they really want this because Keen looking for an angle. Doran is teleported in, but he might get Sleepy
that's rough.
towards the Baron Pit. There's
that's
the
rough
from Keen. Wanted to get him over the wall, but
fuck
now
me.
he's 1v2.
Keen is taking this guy out.
Oh no!
Don't die, Doran.
He's getting lower and lower. And
damn, man. Oh shit. It's just I feel like their looks are just, dude, I just don't like the way they're doing their pulls. I just don't like the way they're doing their pulls, man. I don't like it.
The trade was picked up by GenG, but GenG also get into position.
So now we're all ending the Otacon, trying to finish it in the time frame.
Remember, this is not voracious. You don't just get the withdraws. As the Tempered Fate goes wide, so does the Glacial Prison. Chovy still not, sorry, Canyon not able to get the
I mean, they don't give a shit. They actually know that the flowers are the most important thing. So, like, they got this buff, but the petals are all on red side. So that's what matters the most. And they're first on drag, so they get another drag, which is definitely more important. Duro, dude, I gotta admit, man, Duro on hook champs, I'm kind of vibing with it.
Baker, right now, so close to that. So close to the massive amount of damage to break through this front line. GenG having and taking control at this moment in time. For him. And the game's not over yet. GenG have broken the base, and we're still 2 tricks apiece. What Banger Series says is already been what is continuing to be here. And I think next fight gonna be around the Baron when he gets that soul point on top of it. On the absolutely huge tank comes over and says thank you very much to his point. And now looking for Chovy, he'll get him. Baker does have his onions, and has the gravity deals well, he put down. And Senwani Bar known for 100-0ing a victory. Yeah, never teleported. Oh, actually pretty good T1. Yeah, so you're gonna be really happy with that. As you know, the ult is used for Ona, but relatively slow cooldown will be available for the next fight easily. Yeah. And they actually for T1 there, they get some of those first really, they were able to do so far, so they feel like they had an angle. Sure, they'll have some stand gold there, but gold is still relatively even at 30 minutes in, 3 times less than it does at 15 minutes in. And again, Baker's looking at that final spike here, death cap completed, level 16, but 2 levels down, so he's going to do massive damage being the shove. Maybe that's set up by Carrier.
No CDR. I don't know, man. That has to feel bad on Victor. No CDR.
30 seconds until the Baron as well. Right now you can see there is a smattering of wards with the red variety there on the north of the map. There's a whole lot focused around the dragon, but the Baron really is going to be the big prize. He's taking the blue buff on here as well. It's not possible to want to get that even cleared. At this moment in time, get the blue buff for. And maybe if Baker gives us time to push that top wave, wrap around, set the weavers wall, but it's taking this slow safe. It's sort of punch them right now. Yeah. So now 2 seconds. Baron gonna be up. Keen. And access to blast going to activate it.
Interesting that Lilia want that item. So I'm seeing that more pop up more often. I'm just wondering, is it actually good? I don't know. Should we just playing for drag? Yep. Jesus Christ. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, do I really want to rewatch this situation either? Because it's like, to me, it's like, if you look at this situation and how they set it up, okay, Dragon's intent.
I do really love it.
You have full control.
And I think that is exactly what they need to do, because he's the one
they
that
definitely see the TP.
If there is an engage.
There's that TP, there's the voice.
Oh my god, look at how quickly this Baron goes down. Owner is trying to get into position. They have the Weaver's Wall. T1 know exactly what's going on as the Tempered Fate.
The Cassante actually probably could have just flashed over and immediately took out the Seju, to be honest. Like, he actually could definitely do that. But he's really slow. Like, any time he could have taken this guy out. And yeah, it just comes down to 3 HP that the Bard steals. But of course, because like these guys are so focused on this, it's like, what are they gonna do? They get the drag, they lose this. And now we're just playing for the last drag, and we're just gonna let it play out. Honestly, there's not really much else to really say. I mean, this is definitely the most unfortunate. I mean, overall, this series was not as high level as I wished. Like, for the tier of these teams, you know, you expect a little bit more. But there's been some pretty wacky shit happening overall. Like some wacky decision making and fight takes. I do feel like T1 did not pull enough to get like ruler sums and make his life horrible. Like, they did not do that at all. Like, I didn't feel like the Xayah pick was even bad. Like, that's from my own perspective. I was playing Xayah. Do I think the game was fun? No. But do I think like I actually felt that bad playing it? No. Not really. And of course, the Victor just scales to oblivion, so he's like big chillin'. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm just looking at the polls, man, and the polls are just not it. They can't do anything. They literally can't do anything. The Caitlyn is just really good at, like, a very specific junction in the game and purpose, and because she got down early and they just couldn't really snowball that effect, I mean, the Jax was ahead, and the Jax definitely could have been that version, and they were doing it a little bit with him, but it just didn't really transform any more from that.
Oh my, okay. Every time you walk forward, I'm scared. Doesn't actually use anything. As the rest of the team Mikhail's used their ball there. And there goes. Yeah, that is the and I mean, now GenG, still holding left. 30 seconds. They can collapse here on T1 on as well. So doesn't have to get here. Yeah, GenG, they know they have the advantage. They can push these minions in. T1, they have to find the engagement, find angle. Let's get one of this game. Yeah, they're just going to be careful. Now T1 realizing they can't defend. Next starts to lose 14 seconds time. Just exactly right. I
mean, like, it's just, I don't know, guys. What do we do? What do we do? They're just steadily losing. Like, I feel like your Jax should never be the guy having to pull the trigger in this game. Like, I feel like that should not be the guy. And overall, watching this T1 team, I'm just, dude, I think we're done. Like, obviously it's one series. I shouldn't just say they're done, right? Like, they're not gonna, like, win anything. And, like, I've watched, like, obviously, like, we watched them play last split as well, but it's just, I don't know. It's not feeling it. I'm not feeling it for this year at all. Like, Zeus was just something else. I mean, he literally is the best player in the world. Like, hardest position to play, and you're the best player in the hardest position. Yeah, you're probably the best player in the world for it. At least in terms of a mechanical level. You know, macro level, definitely not. But micro level, yes. And yeah, Doran's just not the same guy, man. He's just not. An Owner will do some really stupid shit. Yeah, he can be incredible at times, but he does some pretty stupid shit too. And like, Keria was good. I will say this, Keria is still manning up, doing the right things, and they just need, T1 just needs to kill her. I mean, because Guma this series is not it. Like, he really isn't. And Doran's not a killer either. And Faker can be sometimes, but, like, it's been less so of his role as of late. So, what do they do? What do they do? Like, did the smash switch really, like, screw with Guma that much? Do they need to go back to smash? I don't know, man. I don't know. If they got Keen, I think it would have been really awesome, but they didn't get Keen. See, look, finally, like, look at this. He pulled on this guy, he didn't flash, combo, sick, double kill. Guma is...
And Duro is already dead. Canyon goes down as well. T1, this might be the opportunity, this might be the angle, but Keen is a raid boss. Another
Guma's doing work.
Onto Chovy and Ruler. They are able to go down as well.
So my only question is, did Guma play this correctly? Because Guma's on the left, so Guma should trap. He gets fucked off. He pats up. Yeah, he definitely needs a flash from this guy. And so the question now becomes, should he press into Victor now? Should he fight the Victor? Because he's scared. But I'm just curious, can he do it? The problem is if he starts DPSing the Victor, yeah, Keen's on his ass. He's going to get slowed by an E. Is he just dead? That's the thing I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, where is Faker in all this? Faker does this. Faker, in theory, after doing this combo, could have actually walked up with Guma. That's probably the error. I feel like if Faker walks up with Guma, I think then they could actually turn on these two here. But because Faker goes this way, it's Guma versus the Keen, and then these two, he just can't do it. And that sucks. Because he kills the Cassante, which is awesome. And he can't reach this guy. Oh, God. I've seen this, yeah. I did see the clip of them ending the game this way. So, overall, MVP. Oops. MVP. It's Duro. I mean, they had to win the game through Duro, and they literally did. The worst player of the game, unfortunately, is this 2. Oh, okay, this is a little... Okay, I'm trying to think how I want to say this, because part of me could say Guma, because what he did really screwed with their game plan. I do also think that Owner made some bad plays, but it actually also might be Doran, because Doran should have taken over this game. Like, Doran should have been in the driver's seat to take over the game. He got like 3 or 4 plates topside. He was really strong. He was way stronger than Cassante. And he did nothing. Guma screwed up the early, which was also on him. So, like, he was just kind of okay bad. He was okay at best. He was just okay. Faker was like, okay. Maybe okay good. Bard was okay good. I kind of did like a scene from him still, regardless. Keen was just okay. Canyon was pretty good. Chovy was good. Ruler was good. He did a really good job. And then Duro, of course, was fantastic. And so overall, yeah, I don't know. I'm just very pleasantly surprised by how well they did this, how they played. And I'm just curious to see how this snowballs from here for GenG. Like, because when I watched Duro last split, there were some moments where I was just like, this guy is like playing really, really bad. Like, I'm not like impressed at all by Duro. But if it's like his big thing is like playing hook champs or something, then cool. Because like this was great. Like these last 2 games were really great to see from him. And for my first impression of watching Split 2 for LCK, yeah, like I said, man, this T1 roster looks cooked. Like I'm not feeling it at all. This GenG roster is fine, but Ruler's not playing as well as I hoped, and Duro is not like he's still not like the most spectacular support either. So I feel like their bot lane is a lot more depressing than I imagined, and this makes a lot of sense because watching like sort of the champions for LCK, LPL, LTA, LEC, like those series going into First Stand and then watching First Stand as well. One of the biggest differences in most teams is support. Like those top teams, their support was just way better than their opponents. So not only were they winning lane and bot lane, the support was having a ton of impact on the map and making plays, and that just made such a huge difference. And so if you look at HLE and LCK, like, yeah, I think Kyria is still it, man. He definitely has it still. Duro, not 100% decided, but a better series by him. But Delight is great. Like, Delight is fantastic. So, like, you have a fantastic support, and then you have an AD who is completely on, and Guma and Ruler are guys who are kind of not really performing as well as you would hoped. Yeah, this just makes a lot of sense. Just makes a lot of sense.